Welcome to Centricom Channel 10. Pepper Gale joined by Matt Robinson, and we are in the one-loss bracket with Gunnison and North Sevier. Gunnison dropping a loss to Parowan earlier in the day, 10-5, and they are now playing region foe North Sevier. Looking at North Sevier's path to the state tournament, they dropped their first game 10-9 to South Sevier, and then they upset Roland Hall 21-6 to get to this game. And, you know, Matt, you were in the coaching circuit for a long, long time. Both of these teams very high quality, and, you know, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, looking forward to a one-loss game. Backs against the wall, Pepper, and both teams just need to have the attitude of taking the field and letting it all hang out. There's no tomorrow. You let it all hang out right here, and, you know, you got to give it everything you got. To be honest with you, I was a little surprised that Gunnison was handled basically by Parowan earlier in the day. Credit to Parowan. They obviously played a great game, but Gunnison is a very high-quality team and would look for them to rebound with a good game today, being the number 4 RPI team and to face the North Sevier Wolves. North Sevier really, Pepper, has nothing to lose. The pressure is not on their shoulders. They should play loose and free, and should be a great ball game.
It should, and you mentioned, you know, Gunnison coming in number 4 in the RPI, and North Sevier number 10. And sometimes with those RPI rankings, it definitely puts the pressure on these teams where they feel like they do have something to lose. And you're right, North Sevier nothing to lose, as already with one loss. Earlier, you know, last week, Gunnison getting their first loss just earlier today. Gunnison will be your designated home team, North Sevier your designated visiting team. And Gunnison will start Kennedy Knutson in the circle at pitch. Molly Ha'o, a freshman who I am so impressed with her behind the plate. She is phenomenal. So she's your catcher. Bentley King at third base. Lexi Kiesel at second. Raven Pickett at third. And at shortstop, Riley Dyring. Hadley McDonald in left field. Jaquel Sorensen in center. And Maggie Bartholomew in right field. And Gunnison Knutson getting it ready to warm up. And your first 3 batters for North Sevier are going to be the pitcher J.C. Crane wearing number 4, left fielder Paisley Roberts wearing number 2, and S. Mason, I don't have a first name for her, first baseman number 13 for North Sevier. And Matt, you know, coming into a game like this where you know it's a one and done thing, from a coaching standpoint, what do you tell your girls?
Well, I think you do everything you possibly can to alleviate the pressure. The girls have to be able to leave all of the worries behind and somehow, some way, find a way to play loose and free. So as a coach, you're doing everything you can to get them to relax, to get them to focus, show up at the ballpark with a smile on their face, and play loose and free. So as a coach, that's what I would be focusing on in this situation. Remind the girls that we play softball to have fun and get them to show up and show out aggressively. That would be my approach.
Wise words from Coach Matt Robinson, who's no longer a coach for the softball team, but coach for 4 years for Beaver High School. And after a 3-hour rain delay, we are playing game number 4 of the day. J.C. Crane in the batter's box.
Crane steps to the plate. She's batting .337 on the year, 20 RBIs, 20 hits. So Crane looking to lead it off with a base for the North Sevier Wolves.
And the first pitch goes by, ball 1. Knudsen takes the signal from her coach. And her trademark spinning the ball on her hip delivers the second. Nice hard hit. It's going to go foul. Not going to be able to be corralled by the third baseman. So strike 1, ball 1 for Crane.
Knudsen, obviously, with a ton of experience in the circle, has really been a force to reckon with as an underclassman for several years. And this, her senior year, a very formidable pitcher in the circle for the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs.
Knudsen setting her second pitch, going to be popped up to the catcher. Can she grab it? She can. So Meili Ha'o without number 1 as Crane pops it up.
Knudsen hitting spots early in the game, coming in on the hands, and there was a pop-up to the third baseline and a pop-up straight up. The North Sevier Lady Wolves are going to have to figure out how to get the bat head out and catch up to Knudsen's fastball.
Up next for the North Sevier Wolves is Paisley Roberts, left fielder, wearing number 2 on her back.
Roberts, a sophomore, batting .380 on the year, 14 RBIs, 19 hits.
First pitch is right down the pipe, strike 1.
You know, Pepper, as a coach, the first pitch of the at-bat is oftentimes the best pitch to hit.
You don't tell him to hold on it?
No, not my strategy.
That was a nice one, that first pitch by Knudsen. Second pitch comes in as a ball, but you know, I've heard some coaches say, no, you hold on the first pitch till you get a good look at the pitcher. So I like to hear that you're saying, no, you swing on it.
Statistically speaking, if the pitcher can throw a first pitch strike, the chance of getting the batter out goes up by about 80%.
Oh, wow.
So as a hitter, you are looking for a first pitch strike.
Third pitch comes in, ball 2. So count 2-1 now. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
High heat from Knudsen. Roberts putting up a good at-bat, taking Knudsen a little deeper into the count, making her pitch.
Catch the outside corner, and Roberts goes down looking as Knudsen gets her first strikeout of the game, second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Mason, S. Mason. Sorry, I will try to get a name for you here. She's their heavy hitter playing first base.
The stats we have for Mason, she only has 13 games played, but batting .407, 9 RBIs. And Mason looking to get something going for the Lady Wolves. Knudsen on the day busting him high heat and inside and just painted the outside corner on that last batter.
Nice cut at the ball, and it goes foul off in for bat. Strike 1 to Mason. Gets some distance, but goes foul. Second pitch from Knudsen. She takes her time on the mound, spinning the ball on her hip. Low and inside, ball 1.
Yeah, we found with an experienced pitcher like Knudsen, Pepper, that it's very difficult to get them off of their pace. If you can, you typically find success, but the senior leader for the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs is going to be pretty difficult to get her off her rhythm and pace. She's going to pitch at her rhythm. And
she does. In the first game, she did exactly that. And the ball's going to be hit to Knudsen. Can she beat the throw? No, she cannot. So 3 up, 3 down. And North Sevier leaves the field on no hits. And no one left on. We'll be back after this.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Castle Valley Orthodontic Specialist.
Welcome back to Centricom Channel 10. Pepper Gal, Matt Robinson with you as North Sevier goes 3 up, 3 down, and they now take the field. In the circle is number 4, J.C. Crane. Behind the plate, number 10, Lainey Nilsson. Mason is at third. At first. Her number is 13. And then Addie Kornberg, number 9, at second base. Kaylee Page, number 24, at third. Cameron Pierce, number 5, at shortstop. Paisley Roberts, number 2, in left field. Sydney Henry, number 11, in center field, and then Brown, number 6, in right field. So that'll be your starting lineup for the North Sevier Lady Wolves. And top 3 batters, 1, 2, and 3 for Gunnison is number 2, Riley Dyring, number 3, Kennedy Knutson, and number 10, Lexi Kiesel. So Gunnison easily handling North Sevier on that first inning. What do you expect to see from, North Sevier and Gunnison, bottom of the first?
Well, Gunnison is going to show out, obviously looking to be very aggressive. North Sevier just has to stay within themselves, not allow a big inning here. They need to just play within themselves and do what they do. I'm not as familiar with Crane, the North Sevier. It's Crane, right? Mm-hmm. The North Sevier pitcher, but in the warm-ups here, it looks like she was hitting her spots, and she's just going to need to hit her spots and try to get fly balls and ground balls, and North Sevier is going to have to make plays. But I would look for Gunnison Valley to be very aggressive here. If they get runners on, they'll be very aggressive.
Crane sets for the first pitch. Fires it in. Ball 1. Second pitch is hit to deep center, right to center fielder in Gunnison for North Sevier. And that is Sydney Henry. She easily snags that one out of the air. 1 out. Dyring goes down.
Crane painted the outside corner on that fastball, and Dyring tried to pull it. And that's what happens when you try to pull a pitch on the outside half of the plate, is you pop it up. Fly balls and ground balls.
Kennedy Knutson, the pitcher for Gunnison, batting on the left side of the box. First pitch is high, ball 1. Knutson pitches right, bats left.
See if Crane sticks with the strategy of pitching them on the outside half.
High and inside, ball 2.
So far it looks like they're coming upstairs.
Another wild pitch, high and inside, ball 3. I'd imagine Knutson probably will wait on this pitch.
Yep, up 3-0. You may see Knutson take a pitch. Depends. Once in a while, the coach will give the player the green light on 3-0. But Crane obviously not wanting to give Knutson anything too good to hit.
That looked good. Strike 1.
Yep. I think you were right, Pepper. Knutson had the take all the way. 3 balls and a strike.
Crane taking her time on the rubber, delivers the pitch. And first walk of the game will go to Kennedy Knutson as she goes to first base on balls, and that'll bring up number 10, Lexi Kiesel.
1 out and 1 on. Kiesel coming up to the plate. Again, very important for Crane to hit her spots here. A ground ball would be a big deal for the North Sevier Lady Wolves.
First pitch is, hits that inside corner, strike 1. So nice placement there by Crane. Second pitch on the way. And are they going to get her in a pickle? Are they going to get her out? They are saying they're going to get Dyring out as she hesitated Knutson just too long. And nice defensive play there by North Sevier.
That was a very, very patient play by the North Sevier Lady Wolves catcher. I think that was what we call a still and stop, an intentional still and stop by Knutson for the Lady Bulldogs, and trying to trying to get the catcher to panic, and she wouldn't do it. She did the right thing. She ran right at Knutson, waited for her to commit, and made a great throw down to second base.
That's a great play there by Lainey Nilsson, the catcher for North Sevier. Kiesel still at the at the plate. Count 1-1. Nice hard hits popped up. Strike 2.
So if you remember, Pepper, experience tells me the Lady Bulldogs get a runner on base, they're going to try and be aggressive. I think that's what Gunnison was trying to do right there. They were trying to force the issue, and the Lady Wolves responded with poise and made a great defensive play.
Absolutely. I like what you said. They didn't panic. Pitch is in. Inside, ball 2.
Looked like a little off-speed pitch to the inside. So far, I like what I'm seeing for Crane. If you notice in her pre-pitch delivery, she also is very deliberate. She has a process she goes through to get herself ready to pitch. Same process every pitch. And I like the fact that she's not allowing the game to speed up on her.
That pitch just goes out of reach of the catchers. Now full count for Kiesel. And 2 outs. As Dyring flew out to center, and then North Sevier able to pick off Knutson at second. And Kiesel will take her base as she's walked.
2-out walk.
Second walk of the game as well, as Knutson was walked just before her. That'll bring up Raven Pickett.
Pickett also with a big bat, batting .468, has 43 RBIs, 37 hits. Pickett looking to put the ball in play.
Pitch comes in, strike 1.
Pitch ahead, 0-1 by Crane. Let's see if she can keep it up.
And you got Nilsson trying to keep those base runners off as she fires it down to first base. Not able to pick her off. Count now 1-1. I'd like to welcome all of our fans from Gunnison and North Sevier. These teams both very, very familiar with each other.
Only a few miles apart.
Right. Nice hard hit by Pickett. This looks like it's going over the fence. And it does. So Raven Pickett steps up and on the third pitch knocks it out of the park. She will score Lexi Kiesel. And Gunnison takes a 2-0 run. A 2-0 lead.
An impressive piece of hitting by Pickett. If you notice, that pitch was outside half, and Pickett just went with it, drove it to that right center gap, well over the fence. Great piece of hitting by Pickett. The Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead early. 2 outs, Pepper, 1 on. That's a tough one to give up, but Pickett with a great piece of hitting.
It is, and and we've talked about it already, but would be 3-0 had North Sevier not been able to pick off Knutson. She tried to steal to second. So this brings up the catcher, Maylee Ha'o, and very impressive batting stats for the freshman.
Freshman batting .568 with 52 RBIs. Maylee Ha'o can hit the ball.
She hits it right to the third baseman. She cannot beat the throw, but that'll do it. The damage has been done. Gunnison goes up 2-0 on 1 hit. And I don't even know about airside. I don't think there were any, but regardless, score 2-0 going into the second inning after this.
Specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's Sunrise.
Welcome back to Centricom Local Channel 10, and top of the second inning, top of two. Cameron Pierce up to bat for North Sevier. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Pierce with a nice looking swing right there, batting .385 on the season, 13 RBIs. And Pepper already early in the game, top of the second inning, down 2-0. This will be an important inning for the Wolves. Try to take Knutson deep into some counts, try to get some base runners, and just let them know that you're here.
And the ball's going to go hard off of Riley Dyering's glove at shortstop. Nice hard hit by Cameron Pierce, and she will advance to 2-1. Would you count that as a hit, Wendy? Wendy says yes. So, no, she counts it as an error.
Hard hit line drive at the shortstop, and a good response there by Pierce. Well hit line drive, putting the ball in play, and North Sevier is going to need to respond to giving up 2 runs in the bottom half of the first.
So Dyiring not able to knock that one down as Pierce gets to first base, and that'll bring up Lainey Nilsson, the catcher. First pitch is swung on, goes foul, strike one.
Lainey Nilsson batting .288, 13 RBIs, has a runner on first base and comes out swinging. Good aggressive cut on the first pitch of the at-bat.
Knutson taking the signal from her coach, looks at her wristband, spins the ball on her hip. Sets for the pitch. Ball's popped up, going to go back behind the backstop for strike 2 for Nilsson.
Up and out of play. Nilsson again with another aggressive cut. I like what I'm seeing. Nilsson now needs to just fight off the pitch and hang in there, hang tough. At a minimum, try to take Knutson deep into account. If you're Knutson up 0-2 on the batter, now you can really pitch.
Ball's outside. Ooh, I'm surprised Ha'o did not fire that ball down. And unfortunately, though, Matt, in that first game, it was a couple of overthrows from first to third that I think really, gave Perwin the momentum to beat Gunnison that first game.
Couple of throwing errors. Knutson busts the 0-2 pitch about 6 inches off the outside corner. Great pitch.
Nice hard hit to center field. Is it going to go over the fence? It is. Home run for Lainey Nilsson with 1 on, and we got a tie ball game as she steps up calmly with 2 strikes and knocks one over the fence.
Lainey Nilsson down 0-2, aggressive cuts. She takes a pitch on the outside half of the plate and again drives it to that oppo gap, the right center gap, and what a response by the Lady Wolves, tying it up.
This is what I love about the state tournament. You can throw standings, you can throw RPI, you can throw status out the window, because all that matters is who comes out to play and who has the, who comes out on top. And right now with, Gunnison number 4 and North Sevier number 10 tied at 2, both off a home run with one runner on.
2-run shots by both teams, and we're knotted at 2 in the top half of the second.
Up to bat now is second baseman number 9, Addie Kornberg for North Sevier.
Kornberg, a freshman, batting .390 on the year, 8 RBIs, 16 hits. No outs. Again, I'd look for Kornberg to try to get a base. Need to get base runners. The Lady Wolves need base runners. Move the line, as they say. Base runners, base runners.
Well, just shows you how critical, too, in these games an error is. Just an error gets a base runner on, home run, scores 2. Had they not got Knutson out, it would have scored 3. So errors are crucial. Every
time, Pepper. A good team will capitalize on an error, and that's exactly what's happened.
Nice cut at the ball, goes foul, strike 1 for Kornberg. And Knab leading Altamont 5-2.
I like what I'm seeing here by the Lady Wolves. They're giving up 2 runs in the bottom half of the first. They step into the box, taking some aggressive cuts here, and I like it.
Pitch comes in, ball 1, strike 1.
Knutson wanted that pitch, the breaking ball just off the outside corner. Knutson wanted it, so did the Gunnison Valley fans, but the umpire says nope.
Nah, he's stingy.
Outside.
Pitch coming from Knutson. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Kornberg.
Fastball up and in. You can see placement there. Knutson busts the curveball off the outside corner, and then next pitch comes up and in with the fastball.
Ball's outside, pitch outside for ball 2. Kornberg still 2 strikes on her's got to protect.
Yeah, Kornberg looking to do her job, taking Knutson deeper into account here.
And pitch comes in, ball 3, full count. Now still no outs in the inning for North Sevier. Score 2-2.
Full count, nobody out. We'll see if Kornberg can get a base.
She battles, fouls off the end of her bat, goes over the backstop.
And this is why I love softball, Pepper, the game within the game. You have a great battle going on right here, 1 pitch at a time, 1 pitch at a time. Both the pitcher and the hitter right here are focusing on 1 pitch at a time. We'll see who wins.
Pitch comes in, and Kornberg wins the battle as she goes to first base. First walk of the game for Knutson, and that'll bring up the center fielder for North Sevier, number 11, Sydney Henry.
Very tough at bat for Kornberg. Took Knutson, I think, 8 pitches, an 8-pitch at bat. Took Knutson deep into the count. Very patient, very, very patient. Tough-minded at bat. Nobody out, runner on first.
And I don't know if they got her. Did she pull back? She did not. Strike 1 as she squared to bunt, did not pull back in time, or it was just right down the middle of the strike zone.
Yeah, I think she offered at that. I believe she offered. Henry batting .333 on the year, 17 RBIs. And the Lady Wolves looking to potentially sack bunt the runner over to second base. Nope, swing away at this pitch.
Goes foul, so now it's pitcher's count as she's got 2 strikes, no balls.
If you remember last at bat, Kornberg went down 0-2, I believe, or 1-2. It was either 0-2 or 1-2. Battled all the way back and drew a walk. We'll see if Knutson can hammer down with 0-2 and win this.
Off-speed pitch, and she catches her looking. Beautiful changeup by Knutson.
Yeah, the off-speed pitch by Knutson buckled her, and that's the first out of the inning. That's a big out for the Lady Bulldogs.
Knutson delivered that beautifully with a 2 strikes, no ball count, and they'll bring up designated hitter number 22, Sydney Bosch.
Bosch batting .333 on the season.
Ooh, I thought that was going to be a strike, Wendy, but it was not. It was a ball.
Yeah, very, very close. Patient at bat.
Second pitch on the way. Ooh, almost hits her, but she gets out of the way. Ball 2. And I'm telling you, these base runners, they've got to be on their horse if they're going to steal a base on Ha'o. This girl has a cannon for an arm. Throw from the knees. She's incredible.
As a freshman, It's exciting for Gunnison.
Outside corner, strike 1. To Knutson.
2 balls and a strike. Runner on first. 1 out.
Nice hard hit, strike 2. As it goes foul on the right side of the first baseline.
2-2. You'll notice Nilsson is choking up on the bat about 3 inches, maybe 4. Obviously just trying to get the bat on plane and put it in play.
And she gets the bat on the ball. Dyring gets it at shortstop and holds Kornberg at first. So after an error by Cameron, when Cameron Pierce hit it to her, Dyring doesn't make the same mistake again as Bosch flies out to short.
Oh, that was Bosch. I was saying the wrong name. Sorry about that, North Sevier fans. But, yeah, Knutson keeping the hitters off balance, the last 2 hitters off balance with the breaking ball. Got Bosch out on the front foot and got her to pop out to short.
Kaylee Page up now. She is the third baseman. Number 24, first pitch is a strike.
Page batting .241, 7 RBIs, 2 outs here. Page looking again to take Knutson deep into the count. Sound like a broken record, but early in the game, your batters need to try to take the pitchers deeper into the count.
Pitch is high for ball 1. 2 outs here at the top of the second. Knotted up at 2. And Knutson sets for pitch number 3 to Page. High goes over the catcher's head, and Kornberg will easily advance to second on the wild pitch. Count now 2-1. Nice. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
1 base at a time. A base hit would now score a run. 1 base at a time.
Page, number 9 batter, so at the bottom of the lineup for North Sevier. That pitch comes in, looks like it got the outside corner. No, it did not. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Kornberg on second.
Three and 1 is a hitter's count. Trying to find a pitch you can drive to a gap.
And she lays down a bunt, which was surprising to me, but they are going to get her out anyway. But I thought there was only 1 strike.
Umpire is calling a dead ball.
Oh, is he calling dead ball?
And now he is calling her out. Pepper, I'm assuming that either she stepped out of the box. We don't have replay, do we?
No, we do not.
I'm assuming that she either stepped out of the box as she offered at that bunt. I'm assuming that was the call. That's the only reason I can think of that would result in an out.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, regardless, they are going to leave Addie Kornberg on base, and they're going to score 2 on 1 hits and 1 error. We'll come back here for the bottom of the second inning in just a minute.
JN Auto loves our customers and our community, so we have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local JN Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Welcome back to Centricom Channel 10 Pepper Gale, Matt Robinson, and we're joined by Barrett Hilton. Happy to have you along, Barrett.
Thank you.
And after a controversial call, North Sevier leaves to take the outfield, and it looks like we will be at batters Bentley King, Jaquel Sorensen, and Maggie Bartholomew for Gunnison.
The Lady Wolves trying to catch the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs off guard. 2 outs, 3-1 count, runner on second. Not too often you're going to see a bunt laid down in that situation, but trying to catch Gunnison Valley off guard. But my assumption is that she stepped out of the box and offered at the ball, and that's the only thing I can think of that would result in an out in that situation.
So first baseman Bentley King up to bat, her first at bat this contest. Pitch is high and outside, ball 1.
King, a junior, batting .325 with 17 RBIs. And King deeper in the lineup, but a leadoff batter here and looking to get a base for the Bulldogs.
Pitch high and outside, ball 2. King now able to take her pick of the pitches as Crane has to come at her with these next few. High and outside, ball 3.
You know, oftentimes on a 2-0 or a 3-0 count, if you have a pitcher that can throw, because the batter's going to be sitting straight fastball, if you have a pitcher that has command of a breaking ball, now is a good time to throw a breaking ball. 2-0 especially.
And Crane delivers on that one. Right across the plate, strike 1. You have to get some lights on this field. It's getting dark.
Yep.
And we still have another game to go after this, so. And King takes a cut at the ball, goes from 3-0 to full count, awfully quick.
Great job to come back in the count by Crane, and also tough at bat for King. So 3-2, nobody out.
A lot of action going on over in the Knab Altamont game. A home run just hit by one of the Knab players, and King will take her base as she's walked. Ball was low and in the dirt, and that'll bring up number 24, Jaquel Sorensen, center fielder for Gunnison.
Perfect example of why a pitcher needs to pitch ahead in a count. You get down 2-0 or 3-0, and you just lose your ability to pitch. Very important for a pitcher to try to get ahead in the count.
And I think I agree with you, Matt. I think we're going to see some aggressive base running by Gunnison. As Sorensen squares up for her first at-bat. She squares to bunt, pulls back, and there goes King. She's still second on the first pitch, ball 1.
First pitch steal. Really no opportunity with that pitch in the dirt, no opportunity to throw the runner out, and it wouldn't surprise me to see Gunnison continue to keep their foot on the gas on the bases here.
Pitch is high, back to the mound, ball 2. 12-2 your score, Knab and Altamont in the 3rd inning. And nice hard hit. Wow, had some distance on it, but goes foul. So
Sorensen did not miss that ball, just jammed on the inside, but she got the bat head through and hammered that one, but foul.
Pitch number 4 on the way from Crane to Sorensen with King on second. Nice hard hit. Will it fall in the gap? Yes, it will. And this will advance King to third. And base hit turns into a double for Sorensen as they relay the ball into home, and Sorensen able to get to second base on the hit.
You know, as a coach, you preach to your kids, one base is a big deal. One base, one base, one base, and that's why that throw needs to come through the relay or the cutoff man to try to prevent from that runner from advancing first to second. The throw comes in well over the head of the cutoff to the catcher, and you held the run on third, but you gave up second base. Now you've got 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out.
Maggie Bartholomew, right fielder for Gunnison at bat. First pitch is a ball, so ball 1.
Nobody out, runners on second and third. Gunnison in a good position to make some noise. They got a rumble going, as they say.
That pitch looked good. Nope, ball 2. As Bartholomew sits on it, and it pays off for her. She picks up ball number 2.
Bartholomew, 357, batting average, 21 RBIs, has an opportunity to get 2 more right here.
Third pitch on the way, ball 3. And Bartholomew now loving what she's seeing as she has her pick from the next several pitches. And with runners threatening to score, if you're Gunnison, you're in good shape.
Yeah, as a coach right here, Pepper, I'm green light all the way to this batter. Even though Crane's having a little bit of a hard time finding the strike zone, I'm green light all the way, runners on second and third. And that's why that pitch was pipe ski.
Yeah, that was a meatball.
And I would have been green light all the way, but everybody thinks a little bit differently.
Count now 3-1 for Maggie Bartholomew. And she will take a base on balls. Almost throws her out. Are they saying that she's out? They're going to talk about it. So we got a base on balls from Bartholomew, and you had Nilsson throw down to third. Are they going to call her out?
Good aggressive back pick from the catcher. The question is was there an impedance there?
I don't know.
The umpiring crew patiently talking it over.
Everybody anxiously watching them, seeing what the call is going to be.
The initial ruling was an out, correct?
Right. They're going to call her safe.
Call is overturned. And I did not get a good look at it. There's just my angle. I can't quite see. There's a pull in the way. So I couldn't quite see, but a good aggressive back pick. And I don't blame the Lady Wolves at all, trying to get a little momentum back from Gunnison. Gunnison now has bases loaded, nobody out. And
bottom of the order with Hadley McDonald, her first at bat. But still, all the momentum going Gunnison's way.
McDonald coming to the plate.
And North Sevier's coach wanting to get an explanation from the umps.
Yeah, the umpiring crew got together and discussed it and overturned it, and North Sevier's coaching staff asking for an explanation.
And the call will stand, I believe. It will. So there'll be base runners. You've got King on third, Sorensen on second, Bartholomew on first. No outs. And Hadley McDonald, number 9 batter, plays left field in the box.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Big moment here. Corners are going to come in, and they're going to try and cut one off at the plate if they're the corners. In the middle, if it's hitting hard enough, you'll try and roll a double play and concede a run for 2 outs.
Nice hard hit. It's going to be not fielder's choice, infield fly.
Infield fly rule in effect.
Good first out.
Good response by Crane. Came inside and got her to pop out to the left, shallow left side. Good response.
So North Sevier able to get 1 out. Bases still loaded, and they're at the top of their order, Riley Dyring, who had a nice hard hit right to center field, her first at bat, now in the box. Nice hard hit, same place, but the ball is going to fall. This will score at least 1 run. And there is a lot of confusion on the bases. There are base runners everywhere. We got first at second. Second is hung up, and the catcher does not know where to go.
Gunnison, the Gunnison runners trying to bait him into something right there. North Sevier's catcher could have been a little more aggressive right there, but opted to control the damage and just keep players where they are. But Gunnison obviously trying to bait him into a throw there.
I actually liked what she did there. She just told her pitcher to get back in the circle and threw it to the pitcher to get the ball out of play, and runners have to go back to their bases.
One runner scored, 1 out, bases loaded.
Kennedy Knutson, a nice shot to center field, and she's going to hit a grand slam. Kennedy Knutson, first pitch, nice hard hit off the end of her bat, and is going to hit a grand slam for the Gunnison Bulldogs.
Knutson plates 4 runs. Hard hit line drive to the left center gap. All 3 home runs have been to that oppo gap, and all 3 solid line drives. Knutson plates 4 runs in 1 swing.
So all the momentum going now for Gunnison, as it looks like we're going to have a pitcher change, and we're going to send it back to the studio for a minute and then come back when game resumes here in a minute.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
And we're going to get a hit from Lexi Kiesel. We had a pitcher change, and she hits it to shortstop. I believe that is J.C. Crane. I believe J.C. Crane and Cameron Pierce switched positions, and that'll be the second out of the inning for Gunnison. As Kiesel had a shot to short, and now Raven Pickett, her first at-bat, she hit a nice shot over the fence for a home run. And the first pitch coming in is going to be outside, ball 1. Second pitch on the way. Low and inside, ball 2. Knab and Altamont. The game, Knab with a commanding lead over Altamont, 15-2. And pitch 3 is going to be inside, ball 3 for Pickett. After hitting a home run, you're itching to get your bat on the ball again, not take a walk. But she's going to take a base on balls as she is walked, and Pierce gets her first walk of the game, and this will bring up the catcher, Maylee Ha'o. She hit right to the third baseman her last at bat. And 2 outs now, but on a grand slam from Kennedy Knutson, Gunnison up 5 runs, 7-2 here in the bottom of the second.
Yep. The Gunnison Valley Lady Bulldogs plate 1 run and then plate 4 more in 1 swing. 2 outs with Pickett on first. I would look for Ha'u to stay aggressive. First at bat, she hammered one, but right at the third baseman.
And ball's thrown down to first, but Pickett gets back, so ball 2 for Ha'o.
Up 2-0, sitting on a perfect pitch for Ha'o for her to be aggressive, and she is.
Takes a cut at it, goes foul, strike 1. Ha'o ahead with count 1, pitch 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of the second.
Still a good pitch to hit for Ha'o.
Nice hard hit, and I think this one might go over the fence as well. No.
Ground rule double hit right at the base of the fence.
So she will score Pickett on that RBI. Oh no, they're calling it. They're saying that she gets the home run.
Yeah, my opinion, Pepper. My opinion on that is that they missed that. That hit the base of the fence. Still a well hit ball by Ha'o to that left center gap. It hit the base of the fence and squirted underneath.
And they are overruling it, and they are calling Ha'o back to second base.
And from my vantage point, about 300 feet away, I think that's the correct call. Well hit.
Pickett did score.
1 run plated and 2 outs. Ha'o on second base with the ground rule double. It squirted underneath the fence.
And this is why I shouldn't have done my book in pen. Because now I have Ha'o with a run scored, but. So, just talking to Wendy Chandler, my UHSA scorekeeper, not a lot of controversial calls in the first 3 games, and now we've had controversial calls every inning in this game.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, with a runner on second base and a ground rule double, that should be 1 run plated.
And they're going to send a speed-up runner in to replace.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay, I was thinking Pickett was on second. No, Pickett's on first, so that's the correct ruling. Pickett to third base, Ha'o to second with a speed-up coming in for the catcher.
All right, so take those 2 runs off, Wendy. Just 1 run off. 2 runs in my book. And a speed-up runner for Ha'o on second as she's the catcher. And that'll bring up Bentley King, who plays first base for Gunnison. 2 outs and runners on second and third for Gunnison.
You know, and Pepper, there have been a couple of, relatively controversial calls, but to be honest with you, the umpiring crew doing a good job, not letting the game get too fast for them, slowing things down, talking with one another. And in that case, I believe they ended up making the right call.
And explaining things to the coaches.
Yeah.
So Bentley King now, her first pitch comes in, ball 1.
(7-2), big inning for the Bulldogs, answering in a big way. 5 runs in the bottom of the second.
Nice cut at the ball off the end of her bat. Strike 1 as it goes up back behind the catcher. And Pierce. Looks like Kornberg's now at, so excuse me, North Sevier, Addie Kornberg. Nope. Number 4. J.C. Crane is at shortstop. So J.C. Crane and Cameron Pierce just switching positions.
The sun creeps out from behind the clouds, and little glare in the batter's eye and the catcher's eye here.
Ball 3. So King well ahead of the count now. 3 balls and 1 strike. As Pierce sets for the pitch. Nice hard hit. Is it going to drop? It is. This is going to score 2 runs as Pickett's going to cross. And Ha'o will cross on a base hit by Bentley King. So even though they were called back, both girls cross the plate and extend that lead now 9-2.
That's a 7-run bottom half of the second for the Gunnison Valley Lady Bulldogs. Answer in a big way. And a couple of hard hits. That ball was not necessarily blistered, but found the gap and scored 2 runs.
Yeah, placed very, very good for King and the rest of the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs as it dropped in the gap. And now Jaquel Sorensen. She had a base hit her first at bat. That was ball 1. And Gunnison now has gone through their batting order here in the bottom of the second.
Nielsen staying aggressive for the Lady Wolves behind the plate, trying to catch somebody sleeping on the base paths. And may have had somebody out earlier in this inning on third base, but ultimately overruled by the umpires.
And J.C. Crane will catch the ball that's popped up by Sorensen to get them out of the inning. But, wow, a whole lot of damage has been done as Gunnison comes in and scores 7 runs. And the highlight of that inning, a grand slam by Kennedy Knutson. We'll go to the top of 3 and be back after this.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments. Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care. Closer to home.
Welcome back to Centricom Channel 10. Peppergale, Matt Robinson here with you. And we're back to the top of the batting order for North Sevier. Top of 3 and J.C. Crane in the box.
And a pitching change, Pepper, for the Lady Bulldogs. Kiesel in to pitch for the Lady Bulldogs. And in the one-loss losers bracket with a 9-2 lead, this is the dangerous game of roulette that you play. You know, there is no tomorrow, so you've got to continuously balance saving a pitcher's arm in Knutson versus making sure you get the win. And here the Bulldogs opting to go with Kiesel to give Knutson a rest.
And Kiesel doing a good job right now. She's ahead, 2 strikes, no balls, as Crane has been very aggressive in the batter's box and taking some good hard cuts at the ball. Change-up pitch is going to come in slowly, ball 1.
Kiesel had me off balance with that breaking ball. Definitely off balance with that breaking ball.
Pitch comes in, ball 2. So now the count 2-2. If you're just joining us, Gunnison broke open that second inning, scoring 7 runs to take a 9-2 lead over North Sevier here in the top of the 3rd. And now full count for J.C. Crane for North Sevier.
Ball up and in. As a coach, that's one where you might want to see your girl turn her back and take that one between the numbers. But that one may have been a little too up and in.
And she'll go down swinging as Kiesel records her first strikeout of the game and first out of the inning.
Great 3-2 pitch on the outside corner by Kiesel.
Yep, that's Crane. Now up to bat, and batting number 2 is the left fielder, Paisley Roberts. She had a strikeout her first at bat. Second at bat, new pitcher. So, see what she can do against Kiesel.
The biggest thing for the North Sevier Lady Wolves in the top of the 3rd, you don't need all 7 runs back in this inning. You just have to chip away, chip away, chip away. They need base runners.
Oh, they're putting in a pinch hitter. Number 2, Wendy, is that what you said? Number 2.
Paisley Roberts.
No, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Ball high and inside.
With the sun glaring off the glass, it's a little tricky to see.
Yes, it is.
We think there's a game going on out there.
I'm sure the people outside are happy to see the sun come out. It's a little chilly outside.
I'm sure they are.
Nice pitch by Kiesel for strike. Kiesel's pitch is inside, ball 2. So the count 2-1 for Paisley Roberts.
Kiesel, a junior right-hander, does not lack in velocity. She's got a pretty live fastball and likes to come inside.
Low in the dirt, ball 3. Count now 3-1 for Roberts. Kiesel sets. And it's going to go off the catcher's knee. Paisley rounds first, looks, but stops. So Roberts will earn her base for base on balls, and it'll bring up Mason, the heavy hitter for North Sevier.
So Roberts works the count and gets a base with 1 out for the Lady Wolves. And 1 base at a time, that's the key for the Lady Wolves. Not 9 runs all at once, but 7 runs all at once, but 1 base runner at a time.
1 out, 1 base runner on. First pitch comes in, ball 1 for Mason. Second pitch. Looks good, is good. Strike 1. As Mason content to let that one go by.
Yeah, probably had a take on there. Kiesel struggling to find the zone, and North Sevier looking for some base runners.
And that pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 2. And again, each one of these girls facing Knutson in their first at bat, second at bat facing Kiesel.
And Kiesel struggling just a little bit to stay consistently in the zone. We'll see if the Lady Wolves have the take on. Nope, they don't. Looks like a double play ball.
And they try to turn the double play. They're not able to, but they get Roberts out at second for out number 2 on a fielder's choice. And so Mason gets to first.
A big response by Kiesel, having just a little bit of trouble there for a couple of batters, finding the strike zone, and she ground balls out, gets a great out, the lead runner at second base, and nearly turned a double play.
2 outs here in the top of the third, and Cameron Pierce, who came in to pitch for North Sevier, at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nice hard cut at the ball.
Little off speed by Kiesel. She's been hitting fastball, hit a little off speed right there, a little change of pace, and caught her off guard.
Second pitch coming. Does it catch that outside corner? It does. Strike 2.
So Kiesel finding her rhythm here. After that ground ball back up the middle with an out at second base, Kiesel finding her rhythm.
Nice off-speed pitch is going to be popped up and caught by the second baseman. And that'll do it as North Sevier leaves 1 on no hits and no runs. We'll be back for the bottom of the third inning after this.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services.
Welcome back to Centricom Channel 10. Pepper Gale, Matt Robinson with you, bottom of the third inning. And up to bat is, I don't know, Maggie Bartholomew? Is that where we're at?
Number 14.
14 or
No.
44?
44.
Maggie Bartholomew, I was right. The glare come. Yeah. First pitch comes in, ball one for Bartholomew. Second pitch, ball two.
Yeah, the royal blue on the black jersey for the Lady Bulldogs makes it a little hard to see the numbers for us, especially with the sun glaring off the glass here.
That pitch catches the inside corner, strike one, as Cameron Pierce able to get it in the strike zone, and it's 2-1, I believe. Nice hard hit. Is it going to dry? Is it going to stay fair?
Stays fair. It's gone.
And she knocks it over the left field fence. So Maggie Bartholomew, her second at bat, her first at bat, she got walked. Her second one, she nails it. Nice straight shot over the left field fence.
Yeah, she did not miss that one. She got the bat head out and hammered that one straight down the left field line. The only question was it going to stay fair? And it did.
So that is the third home run, I think, or fourth home run.
Fourth home run of this ball game.
Of the ball game. Kennedy Knutson with the grand slam, bases loaded.
No. That's the third with the ground rule double that squirted under the bottom of the fence. So almost four. 3, almost 4.
So now Hadley.
Yeah.
Hadley McDonald, who had infield fly her last at bat. First pitch comes in, ball one.
So with the 10-2 lead in the bottom of the third, a little bit of a danger zone for the Lady Wolves. Need to figure out how to stop the bleeding and get some outs. And for the Lady Bulldogs, they're smelling blood in the water, looking to put the Lady Wolves away.
Pitch low and outside, ball two. Third pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike one. Nice job by Pierce to get McDonald to swing at that.
Great pitch on the outside corner. Pierce trying to pull it.
Same pitch. She didn't swing at that one.
Went right back to it. And Pierce, a little more patience on that one.
So McDonald now the count 3-1. And she will take her base on balls. So back to the top of the batting order with Riley Dyring.
Sorry, folks. I'm getting a couple of the names mixed up. I apologize.
That's all right.
Nobody out. Runner on first. Back to the top of the order. And a big moment in the ball game here. The Gunnison Valley Lady Bulldogs looking to step on the throat and put this game away. And the Lady Wolves looking somehow, some way to get an out.
And McDonald's going to steal to second on that pitch, as it's going to be ball one.
Yeah, the batter squared to bunt, and the ball was in the dirt. Didn't have to lay down the bunt, and still got the job done with the ball in the dirt. Runner advances to second base. Nobody out.
Dyring's had 2 nice hits to center field her first 2 at bats. And that pitch outside, ball two. Pitch inside, ball three. So Dyring well ahead of the count here with 3 balls. And she will take her base on another walk from Pierce.
Pierce just looking to live on the inside corner, and Lady Bulldogs not taking the bait. Runners on first and second, and the big lefty stepping into the box. Last time at bat, Knutson smoked a line drive to the oppo gap for a grand salami.
And she was walked her first at bat. You intentionally walk her this time?
You know, down 10-2, runner on no base. I would probably pitch, but I would definitely not get her anything that she can hit.
Tries to get that outside corner, ball one. Well, and Knutson only the second, top of the batting order, batting number 2. You still got Raven Pickett, Lexi Kiesel, and Maylee Ha'o.
Big sticks coming. She's looking to work the outside corner.
And on that pitch, McDonald steals to third, Dyring steals to second.
So Knutson, runners on second and third, nobody out, and she's right where she wants to be.
Nice hard hit. She's going to get a base hit on that one and score 2 as an error by the second baseman for North Summit allows 2 runs scored on that. But it's a nice hard hit to her as well.
What we would say is a hard hit ground ball, but right through the wickets of second base, and the air plates 2 runs for the Lady Bulldogs.
On that hit, Gunnison takes a 12-2 lead here in the bottom of the third. And up to bat now, Lexi Kiesel.
Still nobody out.
Pitch comes in high and inside, ball 2.
No.
He called a strike?
I think he called a late strike, what we're going to call a delayed strike.
I just need to keep watching the ump. Nice hard hit, almost kind of knocked down by second baseman. She will advance. Keys will advance to first, and Kennedy Knutson to third. So nice job by the second baseman to knock that down, not let it get too much momentum going out into right field.
Yeah, hard hit ground ball. I think that one was probably a base hit. That one was a base hit. Knutson on her horse, rounding second and looking for third all the way. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Pickett stepping into the box.
Pickett had a home run her first at bat, walked her second. Kiesel advances to second on that pitch, ball 1.
Gunnison Valley is going to give Pickett the green light this entire at-bat. She's up 2-0. She goes up 3-0. She'll have the green light this entire at-bat.
And Kiesel plays it safe. She doesn't try to steal in on the pass ball. No reason to. No outs, up 10 runs. And now Pickett with 3 balls and no strikes.
Not with Pickett in the box. No reason to risk the out at the plate.
And did she get hit?
No, just ball 4. Absolutely nothing in that at-bat that Pickett could put the bat on. And a good job by Pickett with runners on second and third, nobody out, staying patient. Didn't get anything she could hit, so she takes the walk.
Now catcher Maylee Ha'o, best batting stats for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs, steps up. And no outs, bases loaded. North Sevier's got to make a play on this batter.
Ha'o leads the Lady Bulldogs with 52 RBIs coming into this weekend. And a big opportunity for the freshman here.
And it's going to be first pitch, ball 1 for Ha'o.
And again, Pepper, I would expect that Ha'o will have the green light this entire at-bat.
Nice hard swing. Does get a piece of it, goes foul, strike 1. Oh, did she get hit? If I was her, I'd say I didn't get hit.
If she did, she's not going to admit it.
No, it didn't hit me. She doesn't want to advance to first on that. So 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, no outs. Ha-oh at the plate. Pierce sets for the pitch. And ball 3.
Pickett standing off first base, trying to draw a throw. 3-1. Ha-oh's going to be looking for something that she can drive.
And she is going to be walked, so that's going to walk in Knutson. Advance Kiesel to third, Pickett to second, and Ha-oh to first.
Looks like the North Sevier Lady Wolves are making another pitching change. 13-2, bottom of the third, and another pitching change for the Lady Wolves.
Looks like it's going to be number 14, Chloe Malmgren.
So Malmgren coming into the game with the tall task. Bases loaded, nobody out, and looking to get a little momentum back for the Lady Wolves.
We're going to send it back to the studio and come back in just a few minutes after she's warmed up and be back on Centricom Channel 10.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Welcome back to Centricom Channel 10. Peppergill, Matt Robinson, as North Sevier makes a pitching change. They're going to bring in Chloe Malmgren, and the mercy rule is 15 after 3, so 4 more runs for Gunnison, and that'll do it. It'll end North Sevier's season, and Gunnison will advance to go and play Knab, who just upset Altamont.
And it may seem a little heartless or ruthless to keep the foot on the gas, but in the state tournament, you're looking, Pepper, for opportunities to save pitching. And the Lady Bulldogs, if they could do it right here and end the game in 3 innings, they would.
Well, they still have another game to play as well.
Yep.
So, and after a 3-hour lane delay. First pitch to Bentley King is fouled off, so strike 1.
So the Bulldogs with bases juice, nobody out, and an 11-run lead.
Ball in, pitch inside, ball 1. So strike 1, ball 1 to King. King has had 2 at-bats. She got a base hit. Her last at-bat was walked, her first. Nice hard hit to shortstop. She throws it across, and she's going to be thrown out. So King will get the first out of the inning, but Kiesel will cross the plate and get another run for Gunnison.
Yeah, King puts the ball in play, plates a run, and up by 11. Gunnison will definitely trade runs for outs at this point.
Base runners now Raven Pickett at third and Maylee Ha-oh at second. And Jaquel Sorensen at bat. Pitch inside, ball 1. And North Sevier just trying to do whatever they can to get out of this inning. Ball is popped up over the backstop. Strike 1 for Sorensen.
1-1, 1 out. Runners on second and third with a 12-point lead, 12-run lead, 12-point lead. My kid's going to make fun of me, Pepper.
Need a run. Yeah. Oh, and on that pass, a wild pitch, Pickett's going to cross the plate. Ha'o is going to advance. Well, Ha'o, she got a speed up runner for her because she's the catcher, but she's going to advance to third. And now the score 15-2. So Sorensen with two balls, 1 strike. Gonna pop one up. Is it gonna fall in the gap? It is. So a base hit for Jaquel Sorensen is going to score whoever came in for Meili Ha'o.
Yep, the speed up runner for Ha'o, and that makes the score 16-2.
So 16-2 now for Gunnison with the winning run on first base.
1 out, winning run on first base. And number 44, Bartholomew, stepping into the box. And the wheels have come off defensively for the Lady Wolves.
Bartholomew had a home run her last at bat, hit it right hard over the left field fence. Squares to bunt, but pulls back and advances Sorensen to second base.
And the Bulldogs playing for that 1 run. I don't think Bartholomew intended to lay that bunt down, just trying to get in the way long enough for the base runner to get to second base. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Winning run on second base.
Pitch inside, but Nilsson keeping Sorensen at second, so ball 2.
2-1, 1 out, winning run on second base with Bartholomew at the plate.
Pitch coming, and I think he called a strike.
Yeah, he gave him a strike. Delayed strike, 2-2, 1 out.
And I think the umpire's looking at the count. I have 1 strike, 2 balls. Still no count from the official. Pitch coming in. Now 2 strikes, 2 balls. With Sorensen on second, 1 out. Gunnison has batted through their batting order for the second time.
2 consecutive innings in the bottom of the third. The Bulldogs looking to end the game. 1 out, winning run on second base.
Nice hard hit, goes over the third baseline, foul ball. As Bartholomew continues to battle in the box.
Bartholomew takes a half a step up in the box, looking to keep one in play.
Nice hard hit again, almost takes out her third base coach.
Look out!
Hope that's not the one that's pregnant. I think it is. She moved well for being pregnant.
Still got some agility over there in the box.
Count 2-2, 1 out.
I think that's the third straight line drive over essentially over the third base dugout. We'll see if Bartholomew can find a gap.
Pitch comes in as a ball, and that'll advance Sorensen to third base. A base hit here would likely end the game.
Yeah, really, honestly, with one out, anything in play here. Anything to the outfield, anything to the right side will likely end the ball game with one run, with one out.
Malgrim sets for the pitch. And they're going to get her in a pickle. Oh, a hitter. And I think an error is going to end this game. Are they going to call it?
And that's the
ball game. As Bartholomew gets a base on balls, an error as the catcher throws to third, and Jaquel Sorensen scores it. So after 3 innings of play, Gunnison takes down North Sevier 16-2. Congratulations to North Sevier on their season, and good luck to Gunnison as they will play here in just a few minutes, and they will play Kanab. So we will send it back to the studio and be back on Centracom Channel 10 for the final 2 2-8 games of the night here in a few minutes.